Find out where I'm headed and how you can follow me on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello, and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz, and I have the beautiful Tina Nunziato sitting right next to me. Thank you so much for joining us, our regular listeners. We're so appreciative that you continue to take the time to hang with us. Every week, you try to do an episode, 15, 20 minutes, and we know that you all have busy schedules, and so we truly appreciate and are grateful for your time. And those of you that are new, we're so grateful that you found us, and we hope that you are going to continue on this journey with us. We've been podcasting now for over 10 years. We have a library full of episodes, almost 500.
That's right.
Almost 500 episodes. So that's a lot of episodes that you've got to catch up on. But anyways, welcome to all of you, and thank you again. We're so grateful. So we've got a lot to talk about.
This is a big podcast.
It's a big podcast.
Is the big podcast that so many people have been waiting for.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes.
So,
and I've also been waiting for this podcast.
And I also have been waiting for this podcast. So I'm so excited. I mean, it's been a few months, and we had a lot of things that happened in the office just a few months ago that kind of turned our world just a little bit upside down in our practice, and we had to make a lot of decisions, a lot of tough decisions, and so one of them was that we made the decision that we were going to close down the practice, and that was very tough after having this practice for almost 2 decades, and so I mean it's been our baby for a long time, but the thing that we've been waiting for, Tina and I know a lot of our patients, is to try to figure out where I was going next, because truly, because we were found ourselves in that situation, we had to do some fast, whatever you want to call it, interviewing and negotiating and all that stuff, and we had several great opportunities that on our plate in regards to where we could go next.
Yeah, a lot of pros and cons to each.
A lot of pros and cons, yeah. And then we started narrowing it down, and ultimately we had what we felt were our 2 most amazing opportunities, and then ultimately, after a lot of talking and negotiating and just going
praying,
back and then a lot of prayers, a lot of tears were shed over this. Finally picked a place, and I'm very excited. We are going to be joining Dignity, the Dignity system, and we'll be specifically at the campus downtown, St. Joe's in downtown Phoenix. And just really excited about this opportunity. Yes, I will still be working. I will still be doing procedures. I am going to cut down just a little bit. I'm going to cut down and to about 3 days a week, but there's a lot of there's a great need, and they need help, and so I feel honored that they offered me this position and that they were able to create this position for me, where I can come in and help them with procedures and taking care of these patients that need to get their colonoscopies and upper endoscopies, and so just a lot of great people I've met along the way through this process, and like I said, it was very tough. Our other wonderful opportunity, it was, very tough to have to tell them that I was going the other way, because they were also a wonderful opportunity. But you have to look at all the pros and cons and ultimately do what you feel is best for your family, for yourself, right? And so we ended up choosing Dignity, and I'm so excited. My wife is very excited, because she also, and I'll let you talk about what you're going to be doing, because everyone's asking, so Tina, what are you going to do? Are you going to retire?
Now? Yeah.
Like, she's too young to retire.
No, I'm just going to, part of part of the idea of doing this, one, getting you to slow down a little bit. You know, it's been a lot, 18 years of the practice kind of, pushing and very difficult to find help for you that was consistent, but you have to slow down.
Yeah.
But part of that slowing down for Dr. Cruz is also so she could put more time and effort into the wellness business. Is something she's always wanted to do. And I, as well, have always wanted to put more time into the wellness business. We've had that business since 2010. And, because we were also running the practice, it was like a 60-40 split of my time, 60% on the practice and 40% on the wellness business. And it's actually amazing we've been able to grow it that we have with the little amount of time I've been able to put into it. But I'm so excited to put my whole effort into it, honestly. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go once this whole brain can be focused on it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be doing wellness stuff, and then I'm excited to have Dr. Cruz join me in that effort because, again, we've never had that. We've never had it where a couple days a week she could be working with me on the wellness business. So where that goes, I don't know, but I'm excited for that specifically.
Yeah, we're both very excited.
Yeah, and as far as the practice goes, because everyone's been asking, where are you going? Where are you going? We want to follow you. So many people want to follow Dr. Cruz, and you absolutely can. That was the thing, was are you stopping? And the idea of, are you retiring? And we have still children in high school that have to go to college, so we can't retire yet.
Not yet.
But it's getting close. But yes, you can follow her. So the office that's going to be seeing patients, first of all, at our office, we have sent out all the recalls. We're updated on all the recalls at this point. So if you were due for a colonoscopy, you have received a letter. And then a lot of those people have called in and have gotten scheduled. And so we are seeing patients through the end of March. And then Dr. Cruz is going to be scoping through the middle of April, approximately, so that we can get all the recalls in, right? So that we're all caught up on procedures. And then at that point, we'll keep the office open for a couple weeks as we wrap everything up. The last day the office will be open is April 30th. And then the month of May, we're going to be taking off some much needed R&R. And then Dr. Cruz will start at Dignity in June. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't start calling Dignity right now. Like if you couldn't get on her procedure schedule right now, or you knew that you're due for a colonoscopy in the fall, you can call Dignity right now and you can get on the schedule so that you're on her scope schedule starting in June. Okay, so the number for Dignity, if you want to call that number, is 602-406-1510. The office is located at 500 West Thomas Road, Suite 100. That's where the patients are going to be seen. And then Dr. Cruz is going to end up scoping at 2 locations. She's going to scope at their outpatient surgery center downtown, which is right next to St. Joe's. And then she's also going to continue scoping at Surgical Elite of Avondale. So that's the one that most of you know and love. So that one is not going to go away. If you love that facility and you want to be scoped there, you just need to let the providers know, in the office.
And just so you know, we literally just signed a contract just a few days ago. So they're literally like just starting to try to figure out what my days are going to be there. They're in the process of hiring another nurse practitioner to be in the office. And so they don't have a schedule for me quite set up. So it is possible that if you were to call right now, like today or this, just now early on, that
they'll be able to put them on the in-office schedule.
Right, they'll put you on a schedule to see whichever provider is there.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know that they're in the midst of creating my schedule template and how that's going to be working out.
Exactly. So just kind of know the timing of everything. And the one thing with Dignity, actually both opportunities we were looking at, unfortunately, did not take banner patients. So no matter which decision we went with there, we were not going to be able to continue seeing our banner patients. It kind of just so happened that we got on banner a few years ago when we joined the super group. They put us on banner, and then when we left the super group, I kind of fought for us to stay on banner so that we can continue taking care of those patients. But banner is a really tough plan to get on. In general, and so if you are a banner patient, unfortunately, you probably are going to have to find a new GI. We are going to post to our website very soon the link for learning about all of this and what we're saying. And on there is going to be the doctor that is taking Banner, so that if you need a Banner doctor, you can go to the one that Dr. Cruz recommends. But just know that if you are a Banner patient, those are the one set of patients that we're not going to be able to come with us. Also on the website, we're going to post a list of other GIs in the Southwest Valley. So if you don't want to follow Dr. Cruz, there's going to be, other GIs that Dr. Cruz recommends that will be posted there. So be looking out for that. And then as far as medical records go, until May, all medical record requests are going to continue to come through us. So we have been getting a lot of medical record requests, which is fine. Just be patient with us as we send everything out. It's on a first come, first serve basis. So as the requests are coming in, we're sending out. You should know that there's a form on our website that has to be filled out. If you go to our forms and resources, you'll see the medical record release form. But there will also be a link on that page on our website that's going to describe everything that's going on. There'll be a link directly to the form, so that if you want to request your records be sent to another GI, you can do that. And again, through us. So that once the form is filled out, it gets either faxed to us or emailed to us. Our fax number is 623-772-6444, and our email is support@drlizcruz.com. Now, the medical record request, I do want to say that a lot of people are requesting for copies of their medical records to be mailed to them, as opposed to sending them to another GI. Now, that is okay, but you should know that we do charge for that service. So if you want your medical records printed and mailed, we charge $3 for the first page, 50 cents for each additional page, and then we do charge for postage. You could come and pick them up if you want, but we do charge for that. It is free, however, if you want your records sent to another GI, or your other GI or your other doctor, requests the records and we fax them. That is all free. So just keep that in mind. If you don't want to spend money on the records, but you want to go see another GI, just have that GI request them of us, or you submit the request, and we'll get those faxed off to them for free. The other thing is, after May, the records are going to turn over to a company called American Medical Solutions. They're called a custodian. So what that means is that everything that's in our database is going to get shifted over to them. They are a HIPAA compliant organization that are going to maintain the records for 7 years. That's the legal amount of time that they have to maintain the records. So the records aren't going anywhere. If you decide you don't want to, get the records or take care of the record situation right now, that's okay. For the next 7 years, you will have access to your records. You just have to make the request to them. So as soon as the records turn over to them on or around May 1st, again, we'll post to our website, the drlizcruzpartners.com website, all the details for how you can get a hold of that custodian, and they will then send the records, whether it's to you or to a GI or whoever needs the records. So that is happening. And then the other thing we wanted to talk about is the wellness business, because a lot of patients have been asking us what's going to happen with the wellness business. So with this shift, we're going to be working a lot from home. And so it is going to be hard to come to the office and purchase your supplements. However, we are offering them on Amazon for those of you that don't know. Again, on our website, you can go to Amazon and search for them, but on our website, we're going to put a link to our store on Amazon so that you can see that. But we're going to have a new wellness hotline, and that hotline is going to come directly to Dr. Cruz and myself. So if you have any questions, you need to place orders, text, call, that hotline is going to be 602-829-5656. Okay, so please put that number in your phone if you are a big wellness client of ours and you want to be able to get a hold of us on our wellness hotline. But once we close, the option there for those of you that are buying 1 or 2 bottles, you can go to Amazon, you can go to our you can always go to our website, our wellness website at drlizcruz.com to place orders, especially if you're buying in bulk. So if you're one of those that love buying the Core 4 blend or the Fab 5 blend, or you're buying the 12 bottles at a time, you definitely want to do that on our website, or you want to use the wellness hotline to contact us to place those orders if you don't like, doing stuff online. Because Amazon doesn't have the option to do the bulk orders and give the discounts. So always contact us or always use the website. On our drlizcruz.com website, there is an option out there you'll see for the Fab 5 blend, the 12 blend, and then you can pick of all products that you want in that. And we are going to move to free shipping, even through our shipping. So once May 1st comes, all shipping is going to be free from our office, just to, as a gift. And because of everything that's going on, we don't want to charge patients that can't come into the office anymore to pick stuff up. The probiotics, I know we have a lot of people who come into the office to buy the probiotics because they're worried about them being shipped or being out of the fridge. We have been shipping probiotics for 10 years. They do just fine in the mail, even in our hot Arizona summers, that they're out of the fridge for a few days. Put them back in the fridge when you get them. They do just fine. Okay, so please don't worry about that. If you are very adamant about picking up your supplements, you still can. It's just going to be a little bit of a further drive. So we work with the Arrowhead Mail and More on 67th Avenue in the 101. She does a lot of our distribution for us, the packing and the shipping. If you do want to pick up supplements still, you will be able to pick up directly from her location, but we are going to charge $5 for that. So instead of charging for shipping, now we're going to be charging for pickup. So we're really encouraging you to have the stuff shipped so that you don't have to worry about paying any extra fees at this point. And then we do have a lot of people who use cash to pay for their supplements, and we understand that not everybody has a credit card or a debit card. So we also offer purchasing through the apps like Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. So most people that deal in cash use those apps, have them linked directly to their bank accounts, things like that. So again, that would be an order you want to call the wellness hotline for, so we can place the order, take the cash through the app, and then again, either ship it to you or you can go pick it up. So we're just trying to streamline everything, make it really easy for everybody to maintain all their products. And we've got these podcasts that you can watch over and over again. We've got our other podcast that talked about the status of the practice, if you want to watch that one to see kind of what happened a few months ago. I know Dr. Cruz mentioned that at the beginning of the podcast, so you can always go back and watch that podcast. But we are, although sad and there have been a lot of tears, through change. Change is hard, right? Yeah. And I think that we were kind of forced to make this change, but in the end, I think that it's going to be a nice thing for us to be able to put more time and effort into the wellness business, especially, and then Dr. Cruz still be able to be there for her patients. So anything else you want to update on? I have a lot of things that we needed to update on.
Yes, no, you're very thorough. It was amazing. I don't think there's anything else to add. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, because it is a lot of information that you just got on this episode. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. You can always reach us on our support email, support@drlizcruz.com. And then if you want to connect with us, you can find us on our website, drlizcruz.com. There's a magenta colored button on the homepage if you want to schedule a free 30-minute wellness consult. If you haven't rated us, please rate us. Please give us a 5. It'll help other people just like you to find us. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our podcast so that you never miss an episode. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.